Lice treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
I'm appalled at what you said on that pod thing. It's disgusting.
This is the After the Show podcast. It's where we get honest and real with yo ass. So sit back, relax, have a blast, because it's time for the After the Show podcast.
Yeah, here we go. Welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. Welcome to it. Good to have you all here on a Thursday.
It is good to be here, Kevin.
Mm-hmm. Tomorrow I got Friday. People already asking, are we going to be seeing some bird bombs? Tara wanted to know.
Well, Tara, probably. Because I have a road trip tomorrow.
That's right. You're leaving right after the show.
I'm bringing my bag here, Kev.
Okay.
And I'm just jumping in the Bigfoot mobile. I have no idea where he's taking me. He's being really cryptic.
Really?
Yeah.
I was gonna send it to you today, but he sent me a very weird message. Oh, you guys maybe decipher it.
Is he drinking?
I don't know. I can't tell because there's a voice modulator on there.
He voice changed himself?
I think he's trying to do one of those things where, remember that movie, The Game, where Michael Douglas and Sean Penn.
Yes.
Sean Penn buys Michael Douglas this weird package where he's in this adventure, but he doesn't know he's in this adventure.
He thinks he's really, like, people are chasing him to kill him.
I think something like that's going down this weekend.
Wow.
I don't know.
Whoa.
So you're the low-budget Michael Douglas?
I think so. Kind of excited.
Yeah, that's fun. That's sweet of him to put together this whole adventure for you.
That's sweet of him to possibly murder me.
Yes.
Drug and rape you.
Tara had said that I want to let you know that after last Friday's episode and the creation of the bird bombs, my husband and I made them that night too. My husband drinks Jameson all the time, so I told him there's a new drink to try. I explained that you guys came up with on the show earlier, and we didn't have the regular Coke, but we had cherry, so I poured Jameson in coffee with ice and a cocktail shaker to get it really cold, and then added just a shot of cherry Coke. Figure we just have the one drink. I was already about 5 beers in, and then my husband comes back with another shaker full. We made a few. I lost count. Long story short, we got real drunk on bird bombs. They're surprisingly amazing, and we had such a good time.
Wow.
That's what I'm talking about. And I think we all know where bird bombs lead to. If everyone's involved, a little bit of a
Bird bone.
little fuck fest. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's awesome, though.
That email warms my heart.
When you just think you're going to have one and try it and maybe not love it so much, and then you try it and you're like, oh, let's keep this going.
It is fun drinking with your partner. If you and your partner likes to drink together and you're having a fun time getting all goofy and it leads to some carnal activity, that's what we're all looking for.
Yeah.
Look at you saying nice things about being in a relationship.
Oh, that's not what I meant.
Are you getting there?
No.
You getting ready?
Am I getting there? No.
You
Not
ready
getting
to
there, huh?
break that seal over there, you sexual camel?
Yeah, whatever.
Have you broke the seal?
No. You wouldn't know if I broke the seal or not.
That's why I'm asking.
I'll give you no.
It's a no.
Yeah, it's a no.
Okay.
You haven't broken that shitty sofa yet?
I'm not. That sofa's not made for fucking. I'll give the wish on that.
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
It's not made for sitting either.
Gosh, you go in so hard on my fucking couches.
Because it sucks.
It's enough, Sinicki. We know.
Yeah.
Dick.
And she's turned 20% of the audience against me. Every time they see anything,
Yeah,
with
that's
the
where the
couch,
numbers are, yeah.
they go.
They're like they're terrible.
Don't even say. I did a little video of me and my dad playing a song
Yeah.
together. Fuck the couches, bird.
Yeah.
Fuck your dad.
Yeah.
That couch
Oh.
sucks.
Wow.
Fuck you and your couch and your dad.
It's
Yeah.
working.
Oh, yeah, these animals, Kevin.
Yeah.
Your dad's so peaceful and sweet.
So peaceful.
Fuck your dad.
Oh, yeah, people call my dad a fuck face. Because of the couch we're sitting on.
I mean, come on, really?
Oh, that is hilarious.
It's not right.
No, it's not right. It's not right at all. I got some recommendations here. Christy said this is the best mac and cheese ever, the cheddar Gouda
It's the good. I can tell by the way that picture is.
mac and cheese. that she has. She got it at the Publix in Stewart on US 1. Hands down, best I've ever had.
Damn.
So here's my recommendation with the smoked Gouda. Get it from the deli. Don't get it from the side. You know, they have the leftover ones where you can buy the package style.
You mean the cold case?
The cold case, yeah. Yeah, I'm in the cold case. Always correcting.
Yeah.
So they have the Gouda mac and
yes.
cheese in the hot case?
The hot case has it. I highly recommend getting it from the hot case and then eating it right away.
Okay.
Eat it in the store and then throw the container away and don't pay for it.
Bring a fork right in and
Eat it right in that little 10 or less line.
If you do it quick enough, they won't give you a talking to.
Jennifer had sent an email here. She needs some snack advice. She's going to be going on a little road trip, 14 days to hike through the Great Smoky Mountains in Tennessee and North Carolina.
Wow.
That is amazing. That's where my family has a reunion every year, is right there in that area. It's kind of like right on the border. We always go up into the Smoky Mountains, and so I know that Cades Cove and that whole area very well. It's gorgeous. Bird, you would love it up there.
Love it.
Yeah. And,
I'd love to go explore sometime.
It's a great area, road tripping through the Carolinas and that area. There's a lot of really awesome places to stop, and you'll find that there is another cool little, they're all small, but they're very eclectic little towns, about 2.5 hours from each other, perfect little distance.
That's what you would love about Oregon. There's really a lot of cool bar areas and small towns.
They have a lot of craft
beautiful
breweries
scenery.
and stuff there. Yeah, I know.
And
Yeah,
if
I
you're
would love
from
that.
Florida or maybe from like Louisiana, where I'm from, it's pretty flat. It's a cool experience to go up into these mountains and the temperature changes and the air looks all different and hazy and
they
cool.
They call them Smoky Mountains because, they got the fog around the mountains and
It's pretty
everything.
cool.
It is pretty cool.
I'm a
It's
big
great area.
believer sometimes when you go out into nature, you can have feelings of euphoria. And to your point, you're out in a different area, and it's like a drug-like feeling when you don't even have any drugs in your system.
And you're like, man, I was missing out on this. I need to get out here more.
Makes you think deeply.
Yeah. So they're looking for some snack recommendations, fun snacks for my teen boys, and then healthy snacks for me. And I couldn't think of better people to ask. So fun snacks for teen boys, Jay Bird. What would you say? Because I know you're always
he loves
buying
teen boys.
I know you're an expert on teen boys. So when
Surrounded by them.
when you're buying your teen boys snacks, what do you always get them?
Yeah, I don't like teen
White
boy.
Claw first.
Yeah, I don't
You gotta
like-
loosen them up. They love Jesus juice.
You got the word snack in there, too. These teen
Yes.
boys are snacks.
Your boys snack up. Yeah.
Well, it really depends on what they're. Are they sweet teenagers? Or
Are they sweet boys?
Or are they salty teenagers? This is fucked up the way I'm talking.
How do you
I
like
don't
your
know.
teen boys?
How do your sons
Sweet
taste?
or salty?
Do you like your teen?
Do you have to lick them first to find out?
If they are into the salty game, I mean, there's so many things. Are they into nuts? Are they into? Damn it! Damn it!
Are you trying to make this perverted?
I'm really not. That's the fucked
You
up thing.
sicko.
What do you think? Sausage? Maybe a nice long sausage would be good for these teen boys?
Snowballs.
Is that what you're thinking?
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a man that likes
Hot dog.
the basics.
From 7-Eleven.
Nice old charred up wrinkled dog.
Looks like an old elephant dick.
Yeah.
There is that one.
There's an elephant dick
There's an-
sausage at 7-Eleven. And I can't believe they ever sell any of them.
It's a baby elephant dick at
Yes.
7-Eleven. It looks like it's kind of like it's rotting almost.
It looks like the elephant just ejaculated.
It looks like cookies and cream.
and now it's like limp.
Yeah, man, hot dogs at 7-Eleven is a young man's game.
Amen. But teen boys love them.
You're right, so
Yeah, they do.
we'll get some of them cookies and cream sausages.
The healthy snacks, road trip and stuff, I'm always going for different kinds of nuts. That's typically where I go. Keep in mind I do keto. I do like a lot of the beef jerky type stuff. That stuff is expensive.
And it smells up the car, too. You're smelling like a fucking dead buffalo.
Yeah, but fuck them. You're driving. You make the rules. If you want to make your car smell bad, sorry, kids.
Wow, mom's kind of a dick.
Yeah, she is.
Teen boys can suck it.
Right.
All right, let's not really make it sexual here.
Yeah. They do have like some fruit selections, banana, stuff like that. You can sometimes get if you're going healthy, and if you want to go questionably healthy, they do have some of the snack bars, protein bars, and stuff like that you can get, Cliff bars and whatnot.
If I was on a road trip and you handed me a banana and a Cliff bar for my snacks, I'm fucking jumping out of the car.
I like to go, and this might sound weird, CVS has dried fruit where they dry the fruit, but they don't add that sugar water
That's
to it.
great, yeah.
It's just dry, and they have banana chips that are like that. Not the shitty banana chips where they add the sugar water and they're weird and hard.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the good banana chips that are just dehydrated. They have the dehydrated banana chips, strawberries. They got a nice mix of nuts and all kind of stuff at CVS.
I gotta tell you, I love you both so much. I think you guys are such awesome people. But man, look, your snack game sucks so bad. It's so weak. We're talking some bullshit. Dried bananas, dog?
Dude, I like them.
Dried
You handle
banana-
the teen boys. We'll handle the healthy ones.
I'm trying not to be a
Stay
big
in your
fat
lane.
ass.
Yeah.
She coming in with dried bananas.
I like them. If you want to go crazy, I like a chocolate-covered cranberry. Oh, those
Okay.
are delicious. But that's a little, cheating.
You know, the thing that surprised me, I didn't realize if you go with the natural, not the added sugar ones, the cranberries actually work on the keto. I had no idea, so I add cranberries now to my little nut mix.
Dried cranberries without all that added sugar water are delicious.
Right.
I would highly recommend a Nutrageous.
Nutrageous.
I take 5 for the teenagers. I'm about the teenagers.
Okay, there you go, kids. Get Nutrageous.
With Jay Bird.
Nutrageous.
Yeah.
He wants to rage on your nuts. Are you in?
All right, gosh. You see Nicky's go too far.
Wow. Okay. Anything else you'd like to recommend for the teen boys?
Some lube? Handcuffs?
Chocolate-covered handcuffs.
Chocolate-covered handcuffs.
You got to eat your way out of them.
Ooh,
That's pretty-
not a bad
that's
idea.
pretty-
Strong chocolate handcuffs. You got to eat your way out.
It's a sex game. This is
With the teen boys.
Let's take out.
In a different conversation, the same one.
Let's take out the teen boys and let's put in.
What are you going to do with them when you take them out?
It's going to be fun and nutrageous.
All right.
Take out the teen boys what?
Fuck y'all. Nutrageous is good.
Apparently, Bird's not the only kinky devil here on the show. Kate sent an email and she said, "Does Suits get massages in Lake Worth by any chance?"
Probably.
Oh my gosh.
This cat has secrets you haven't even scratched the surface of.
I mean, Suits is getting quite the reputation around these parts.
Somebody I know swears they saw Suits walking out of this establishment known to give massages with happy endings. This was last weekend.
Suits. You got
April
somebody
10th.
S in that D?
Who the fuck keeps sending these emails?
The people that want the truth out there?
Why are you getting so defensive?
Look how
Why,
mad he is.
I don't get where these keep coming from. No, I was not at a massage parlor in Lake Worth. I don't have
This would have
extra
been
money
on
laying around to go do
Saturday. Where
massages.
were you on Saturday?
Your mom's not listening to the podcast. Tell the truth.
I
Yeah.
swear on everything, I did not go to a massage parlor
on
last
Saturday?
weekend. No.
Were you in Lake Worth at all on Saturday?
No, I was not.
Okay.
I didn't go out on Saturday. I mean, I still haven't got my second vaccine. I'm still kind of just chilling and
What
staying
if we
low.
told you we have a picture of you coming out and getting in your BMW and we know it's you?
Show it to me.
Yeah, because
There's no picture.
Virginia
It doesn't exist, but
would be the worst cop. Okay, I got the criminal right where I want him. You tell me this.
There's no picture. I know there was no way I was there, so there's no picture. I'm confident.
The people are noticing that there's a lot of kink
just
around
like when you weren't coming out the Hustler store.
I was not at that hustler. I don't know who's sending these emails.
We've got multiple sources, Suits. We've got Hustler. We've got
Show me a picture.
You getting massages?
Look, you're a young
Yeah.
guy. You're single. If you want to get that DS, it's okay.
That one couple that wanted to totally use him as the
Well, that was
unicorn.
real. They tried to take me home with them from Swampgrass Willie's. That was a.
I mean, that's what happens.
It sounds hot until you say swamp grass.
That ruins it right there.
When you go to the
The magic of the moment's gone.
Look, that's what happens when you go to the swamp.
Sometimes you get
As if
more
that
than you
night wasn't
bargained
weird
for.
enough with the naked mile run.
The audience does not seem to believe you, Suits.
Well, of course not. It's the third
Damn.
fucking email, but I swear.
Oh, that's right. Walmart smelling panties. Thank you, Kitten
Yeah.
Beard
Give
Dan.
me a picture.
Okay.
There's
All
no
right.
pictures out there.
Agreed.
All right.
You're right.
Photoshoppers get to work.
It's just there's a lot of smoke, is all we're saying.
Reasonable doubt.
A lot of smoke around this fire. Around this kinky fire.
Interesting.
All right.
What's your living situation these days? You still with mother?
Yeah, unfortunately.
I know. Look,
That's
COVID changed everything for a lot of people.
I've saved up a good amount of money, so I'm ready for my down payment, but I just know right now I'm not in a financial position where I can comfortably maintain myself, and I'm not going to put myself into that spot. So
Good. And you help
I'd
your
rather-
mom out, and she likes the company.
I help her out with some of the bills, and
Yeah.
I have a lot of ways that I'm able to save here. I was able to take my tax refund and everything, so I'm hopefully going to be able to move out soon again and get back into my own place, but for now, it's not that big of a deal.
I like it.
The other guy with the big dick that was hitting on Suits.
Well, that guy was just a douche.
I'm just saying, there's a lot. There's a lot. It paints a picture when you put it all
Suits don't
together.
swing that way, right?
No.
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 Suits likes the ladies.
Yes.
Okay.
Just want to make that clear.
There's a lot of interesting stuff going on here.
There's just a lot of interesting stuff going on.
I don't know who keeps sending these emails.
You're
This is really weird.
fascinating over there, Jeremy.
Yeah, Jeremy.
It sounds so weird when you guys call me by my actual name.
I know. It doesn't feel like
doesn't
that's
seem
your
right.
name.
I don't like it. The Hustler store, I think we mentioned that.
We
You
did.
did.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought it back up, though.
No massage.
Thank you,
Okay.
Suits.
All right. He's denying this story as well.
Gosh, I could use a massage. And honestly,
Actually, it sounds nice.
to be quite frank, I could use a happy ending too.
Where are these Lake Worth massage parlors with happy endings?
To be quite honest, a
you
happy
figured
ending
it
would be
out?
real nice as well.
Bob Kraft had it right. You're stressed.
To be so lucky, Suits. Enjoy it.
Honestly, doesn't sound that bad.
You start checking it out. Got some people looking for some advice here. Long story short on this one, my dad was in a car accident 2 weeks ago. I want to start out by saying that my dad feels horrible about what happens. He wasn't drunk, but he was drinking. Luckily, the other driver was fine. Thank God. My dad was rushed to the hospital with bumps and bruises, but he is fine. My dad doesn't believe they took blood from him by either the police or the hospital. No police showed up at the hospital after. They did inject him with a dye so they can take a CT scan. How would we know if they took his blood? If they did, what was the blood alcohol level? And how long after they take his blood will he find out if he got a DUI? As much as I'm thrilled that he might not get a DUI, he really should have got one. If this is usual police protocol, please don't drink and drive. So, well, I'm trying to say, you said he should have got a DUI, but then you were saying that
He wasn't drunk, but he was drinking.
So-
So maybe he had like 4 or 5 beers.
Well,
and he messed up and got into a car
It
accident.
doesn't really matter if you're drunk or not. I mean, if you're buzzed and you are not going to be able to pass that breathalyzer, that's really all they care
But
about.
when the cops show up and they file the report, I don't know if they thought he was drunk. They probably thought he had just been in a wreck.
Yep.
And they probably weren't suspicious of alcohol, and so they didn't look into it.
If it was a DUI situation, they would have arrested you right on the spot.
And I think they have to have like a reason to think he was a DUI. If he didn't give them a reason because he maybe had his wits about him.
Yeah, everyone's saying that if it was a DUI, you would be in jail. They can't come back. That's what the people are saying.
I would think that on this instance, you're fine.
But
It's a lesson learned.
this is your guardian angels trying to show you you're going down the wrong path, dude.
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, if you ever have any alcohol, I would not recommend getting in a car and driving.
Call an
And-
Uber. It's so cheap.
Yeah, so that's point one. If somehow you do find your place and you are doing that, one thing I did find this last week, because I was kind of curious and it was interesting, you can go online and there are things where you can plug in your body weight, your gender, what you're drinking, and the time spent on that, and it will plug in and tell you what your blood alcohol level would be. So if you did, for instance, a shot of vodka at a 40% alcohol, or you did a tequila at 50% alcohol, it would let you know. And it was eye-opening to me because it let me know that basically I could do a shot an hour and I would be halfway to getting a DUI. So I'd be at a 0.04 and it's 0.08 for a DUI in the state of Florida. So that basically lets me know. And, you can't say, oh, I wasn't drunk. Too often, I'm sure I've done this 1,000 times in my life. I'm not drunk. No, dude, actually, you are legally drunk.
But you don't think you are because you're drunk.
In your mind, you're like, well, I know I'm drunk because I'm really slurring. I feel like I got it together. I'm not drunk. Actually, your blood alcohol level says that you're drunk, and that's what determines drunk. It's not in your own head, you give a determination if you're drunk or not.
And it could be even slightly feeling impaired. You're drunk.
As soon as you're impaired, you're fucked.
Right.
Even if you don't get, imagine if you, even if you don't do anything wrong, let's say you had a couple of drinks and then somebody hits you.
Right.
Now there's an accident. It wasn't your fault, but now the cops are called and now you're fucked.
And then imagine even worse, you hit an innocent person and hurt them. You would feel terrible. And you could have got a $10 Uber ride and saved yourself all this hassle.
And I think some states, I don't know if Florida does, but I have heard the difference of a driving under the influence, like a DUI, and driving while intoxicated sometimes are separate things where you may be under the level, but you still have some in your system, which might cause some impairment. And you can get something for that as well, because I think they're just strongly encouraging, look, if you have any alcohol, just deem it best to not get behind the wheel of a car, because too often people are like, I'm not drunk, I'm going to drive. And yeah, actually, if you did a breathalyzer right now, you're over the limit. You may not think in your mind you're drunk. You plowed. Kelly sent an email, said, I'm needing some advice from y'all. I've been working with my dad for 6 years. Recently, it's been nothing but negativity. My dad tells me that I'm doing nothing in life, also putting down my relationship and myself as his daughter. It's not okay. I'm currently in school for medical billing and coding. I'm finally on the right path with my mental health. What hurts me the most is the comments my dad says to me at work and out of work. So yesterday, he threatened to fire me for personal reasons. I told him that I'll give you 2 weeks. I had no choice, but to me, it wasn't fair. With no job to pursue after I feel I made the right call, being happy with your work environment is important. To add, since my dad and I relationship is not to be fixed, I feel like blocking or removing him out of my life will help me move on. What are your thoughts?
I wouldn't necessarily make a big effort to block him on Facebook and remove him. And all. If you stop working with him and go get a different job and still continue your education like you're doing, I think those are healthy moves in the right direction. You never want to cut him out and live in absolutes where you're like, I'm done with you, but just eliminate the time around him. For the meantime, get your education under your belt. Get a part-time job or something where you can help pay for this stuff. She didn't say, does she live with the dad?
I don't think so. No.
Good. Well, if you're not going to be seeing him at work and you're not going to be seeing him at home and you're going to be busy with school and your part-time job, then you're not going to see him that much. Out of sight, out of mind. Until you get your life together a little bit more, maybe it's not good to have him around. He's too judgy.
Yeah.
And negative. You don't need negative. You need positive.
Right. Absolutely. No, I think no matter who it is, family, whatnot, if you got toxic people in your life, it is good to create those kind of barriers. Be open with them and let them know what is going on. And just say, I know you have your own opinions. Why don't you keep them to yourself?
Positive and helpful only. If you can't be that, bye.
Got an email here that asked a couple things, making a couple points. I recently moved into a new apartment about a month and a half ago. While walking my dogs late the other night, I met my neighbor that lives across the hall from me for the first time.
Bow chicka bow wow.
She was really cute, really nice. We both kind of just spoke about our dogs while they played with each other, and then we parted ways. And I said, hey, if you ever want to get the dogs together to play, let me know. And she replied, yeah, definitely. Now, I'm not very good with women, and I never see her, so I have no idea what to do next. Do I just wait till I randomly bump into her again? And if so, what should I say? How should I even play this? Also, she lives with her mom and grandmother.
Okay, so what you do is you hide in the parking lot and wait for her to park her car. No, I'm just kidding. You said they were neighbors?
Yeah.
Be careful. I've done this before. It gets awkward if it doesn't work out. Now, it's going to be great if it works out. But just know, if you
stoop your neighbor and then you decide you don't want to stoop her anymore, you still have to see her.
That's not accurate how it went down. You're making it very cold. Like, I'm just saying things don't work out. Mm-hmm. You know, lovers drift apart.
Even lovers need a holiday.
Okay. Far away.
I hear you say.
From the ones that you love.
Gosh, I want to sing it.
Do it.
I forgot the word. I forgot the next part.
He also asked, too, my friend and I, he's in Kansas City, I'm in West Palm. It's called Almost a Superhero Podcast. It's on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon, all those kind of places. He just said, I was looking for any advice. We're mostly just doing it as a way to stay connected, but we also want to do a really good job. Have at least enough of an audience to have a little community to get feedback and converse with. I've been doing tons of research, looking for any help. We got 2 episodes out now. So if you guys have anything to say about it, please let me know.
Unless you're like, go ahead, Kevin. You probably have better
go ahead,
advice.
Virginia.
Unless you have like
you go, Virginia.
unless you have like a reason to be doing the podcast, I think you're going to get lost in the shuffle now. I think you have to have a purposeful podcast, and that's what will attract people to what you're doing.
There's a gazillion of them out there, and yeah, I would do it just for fun like you are. Put together a little community of your friends like it sounds like you are. Have other podcasters on your podcast and try to open up to their audience. You know, if you do care about growing it, those are all nice little ways to do it. But I would just do it as something fun. Too often people get on there and they just blab about a bunch of nothing. So try to be well rehearsed. Try to be concise as much as you can be and get to the point. And make it fun. Have a good time. And then just enjoy it. Don't expect anything out of it and see what happens. That's what I'd tell you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of podcasts.
Well, there's a lot of everything.
You got to figure out a way to sparkle now.
You should do a podcast about podcasts. I don't think anyone's doing that.
I don't think I would listen to that.
Yeah, it's a terrible idea.
And sadly enough, there is actually already podcasts about podcasts.
No, he's right. They are.
And they're boring AF.
Most of it. There's 1 or 2 good ones, but you're right. It's like, then you're watching somebody watch something of somebody watching something. It's like, how far do we go?
And then wait, where's the person that's good at this? The person that's teaching you how to do a better podcast has 500 views.
But to Virginia's point, though, if you are able to find a niche-y, kind of an odd, weird, there's some even G.I. Joe toy podcasts that get thousands and thousands of views.
Everybody's got something weird and quirky they're into, and that could be where you find your place to shine.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then what you would do is you want to try to get attention for your podcast in places where those people would be.
Yep.
So create flyers if you're ever at like some kind of like little superhero convention, you can hand that out. And like I said, make it easy. A lot of people don't have a lot of time. So people think, oh, we're going to talk for an hour. Well, maybe that's not the right idea. You know, sometimes there's nothing wrong with doing 10 or 15 minutes. Make sure you edit, too, if you can.
You also have to have the right people in place, too. Some podcasts I see, I don't know if the right chemistry is there.
And just because you and your friend are yucking it up and you think you're funny, you got to make sure it translates. Mm-hmm. And that when other people listen to it, it has appeal. And it's not just something fun for you and your friend and nobody else gets it.
Because there's a lot, and I don't mean this as a mean thing, but there's a lot of shitty podcasts out there.
There are. This market is saturated.
Got a comment from Audrey. She said, I heard the Virginia Panda convo, and man, that was so real. I love how you guys put yourselves out there to show people that not everyone's lives are perfect. Social media fakes. We don't have kids. My husband said he felt Panda sweating through the phone yesterday.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
Hey, if you don't have kids, you're on the right path.
As uncomfortable and as terrible as that was for your personal life, man, I feel like we definitely got a good ratings day yesterday.
I think it was good for me and Panda, too, because, you know, that stuff needs to be hashed out. And in this environment, you can't say anything mean. You can't act wrong or lash out because everybody will judge you. So you kind of have to be on your best behavior and work towards solving it and being productive. And it's kind of like therapy with everybody watching.
Yeah, I would hate that. But yeah, it was great for the show.
I think it's good for our relationship and the show. And F the kids. It's probably terrible for them.
Well, and I think for parents too, because every parent who's ever been out there and had kids that you actually loved and cared about, wanted to do a good job, you struggle with that. You've had those moments where you feel like a terrible parent and you're listening to different styles, and kids are changing, society's changing, you're changing, and with all those elements, you're trying to figure out, okay, how do I do the best that I can?
My buddy said he related to what you said because he was listening to it too, about feeling like he's not a great father. Looking back, did I do that right? Always second guessing stuff, because you had said that comment on the air that you look back and go, man, did I do it right? Am I doing it right? I think parents do that. They second guess themselves and ask that question.
I always see movies and TV shows, and they have that moment. The dad's sitting down there, and he's talking to the kid, and he says something. It's just profound, and it's great, and the kid gets it, and they connect. And I'm like, I don't have those moments.
It's a movie, Kevin.
It's a movie.
It is, but it makes you feel like shit because you're like going, gosh, I'm such a failure. I never have one time. I try to talk to my kid, and he's like not listening, and to get him to say anything.
You want that one moment, movie moment.
Yeah, he doesn't respond to anything I ask him. I'm like, am I asking the right questions? Am I asking it to the wrong child? I don't even know what's going on here. Something clearly is not connecting. Gosh, I'm terrible at this.
Well, that's how my buddy felt.
Yeah.
He said he felt your pain when you
Daily,
said
I
that.
feel that way. I'm like, gosh, I am terrible.
But both of you are great fathers. I think people are hard on themselves as well.
I think if you're
I'm a great father.
No, I'm saying my buddy,
Yes, she is.
my buddy
you.
and Kevin are great fathers.
Gotcha,
I just think
gotcha.
people are, and you should be hard on yourself if you're a parent. You're raising a human.
If you're not hard on yourself, I don't think you're doing it right.
Well, I think, honestly, if you're just trying your best.
Right.
Really look at all the terrible mothers and fathers that are out there. Look, I mean, that's what I tell myself. At least you're trying, man. Yeah, you're probably doing everything wrong, but man, your heart is in it. A for effort, dude. That's the best I can do. A for effort. So there you go. All right. Well, thank you all for being here. We got just one more day left before we get that hot, crazy, steamy weekend. We'll be ready for it tomorrow for Friday.
Is that a bird bomb?
Uh-oh.
That's going off.
Bird bombs are in town?
Okay. Look out. All right. Y'all have a great Thursday. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.